from Barber was on some BS, bro.
That's cut.
To tomorrow? Today?
I'm gonna go back later on today.
You guys have, I'm sure you've gotten a little bit of a look at Wisconsin so far. Just can you put in a context, maybe Shannon and anybody else, just what kind of team you think Wisconsin is and what you think you really have to do to beat a team like that?
Yeah, they're a very talented team. They don't make a lot of mistakes, really. I think they lead at NCAA in turnovers. So, I mean, they're a team that we have to be we'd be patient with. I mean, we can't try to force anything. We can't make any careless plays. They'll take advantage of it. So we got to take care of the ball.
For Amir and Trey, with a guy like Kaminsky, I mean, you've faced him before, but what's the key with a guy like that people think might be, the player of the year?
Try to get him out of his rhythm, make things difficult for him early on, and just see what that takes. Maybe he struggles against us when we try to, like I said, try to take him out of his rhythm early in the game and just try to make things difficult for him throughout the whole game, to not give him any easy looks, contest all the shots, and just be physical.
Is that, in trying to get a guy like that out of his rhythm, is being physical a big part of that, or what else might go into that?
You never know. Some guys approach it differently. So, however, no, this guy didn't walk in with sunglasses on. However it may work. I mean, we're open to trying anything. So I think being physical would probably be one thing to start off with.
Thad said, hi Sam. Thad said a week ago or so ago that it was after the Michigan game that even though you guys couldn't win the championship at that point, that there was still time for you to define your careers at Ohio State, that March defines players and it defines teams. And I'm wondering, do you look at tomorrow as maybe the start of that, or did that start with Purdue last Sunday? And how would you guys like your careers to be defined here?
I mean, I think we want to. I mean, a senior class, we want to be a class that made the Final Four twice. I mean, a lot of players in the NCAA can never say that. So if we can find a way to be able to do that for us, I mean, it's going to be a great accomplishment.
Yeah, definitely. That's something that we actually talked about early on, like maybe a few months ago, actually, was being one of the few schools or few senior classes that was able to get back to the Final Four. I know that's all of goal of this whole team, but it would be special for us as seniors to get back there a second time.
All right, Trey.
Oh, we were there. I think we all just want to be remembered as a team that just did our part for the school and just kept the tradition going. We don't want to be this class that everyone saw to drop off with. So we just want to keep the winning tradition alive and going well.
In your guys' careers here, you've won a lot of big games, especially at home at this time of the year. I think obviously this one is one of the bigger ones you've played, and probably the biggest one this year. How much emphasis do you guys have on, just the direction you're headed and what you could find out about yourselves tomorrow? Because you guys have had ups, you've had downs, but I think a lot of people, maybe even yourselves, are going to be able to gauge where you guys really are, how good you actually are by tomorrow. Do you get a sense for that?
I think so. We don't really care how other people feel we are, how other people are able to gauge us. It's about us getting better. We always say that it's too late now to be taking steps backwards. We have to really be hitting our stride and playing our best basketball. And tomorrow's another opportunity to do that against a great team.
Are you eager? Will you guys, maybe even a few of you other ones, feel like you'll know where you are tomorrow?
I think it'll be a good indicator. Like you said, or like we've been saying, Wisconsin's obviously a great team. They're a tournament-tested team. They're a team that, since we came in, has been one of the teams that have really stayed at the top of the Big Ten. So I think it'll be good to see where we are heading into the month of March, or heading into the postseason tournaments, and it'll be a big game for us.
Shannon, how long have you been looking forward to this one, and what do you think you're going to find out about yourself tomorrow?
I mean, we always knew about the game, but I didn't really try to just think about this game more than any other game. I mean, I knew that they're a great team. They're probably, well, they're the Big Ten champs, so it's going to be a great game for us. But I mean, I think we're all going to find out how we control the game against great teams. I mean, we play some good teams this year, but Wisconsin right now is just playing the best basketball, so we got to find out how we play against them.
Another thing that Thad said after that Michigan game, that this team, not just you guys, the entire team had to lay it all on the line at that point, and it had to be unconditional instead of conditional. And I wondered what he meant like that and what that means to you guys, unconditional versus conditional.
No, I think he just meant that we have to be everyday guys. You know, we can't be guys that only show up when we're playing a primetime game on ESPN. We can't only show up when we're playing a top 25 opponent. You know, no matter who we're playing, no matter where we're playing, no matter what time we're playing, we have to show up and be ready to play our best basketball. And I think that's what he meant.
For all you guys, 4 years with Coach Motto, anyone got a good story about him?
Amir.
Care to share?
First Amir.
Shannon, you want to start?
A story? I got to think of a story. I mean,
we have plenty of stories. I don't think it's appropriate to share at the moment. So, yeah, that's kind of where I stand.
That was weak. That was really weak. But when you guys were being recruited by him, did he live up to what y'all thought after 4 years with him?
Yeah.
What's his personality?
Oh, I'm sorry, I didn't hear the question.
When you're being recruited by him, did he change anything in those 4 years? I mean, is he still pretty much the same guy as a senior as he was when you guys were seniors in high school?
You started.
I mean, he always seems like a calm guy. I mean, even when we were getting recruited, the only time that I've really seen him really mad is when our sophomore year when Evan Ravenel went off at Northwestern, and then he went off on him. So, I mean, that's really the maddest I've ever seen him. I mean, I haven't seen like anything that was up to that since then. So, I mean, he's always been the same calm guy.
Yeah, I would agree. He hasn't changed his demeanor over the past 4 years, anything that I've seen. Like I said, he's just an everyday guy. He's just a guy that loves being around basketball and trying to make players better. And that's just something that characteristic that sticks out about him.
Yeah, he's pretty much the same guy. Not as much change. He's been up front, and that's all you can ask for, really. So, yeah.
Yeah, like they all said, you know, he told us that we would have an opportunity to play basketball or college basketball at the highest level, that we would have an opportunity to win, that we would have an opportunity to, you know, be a part of this university. And all of that's come true. We've, you know, like we said, we've won 100-some games. We've played in big games. We've won some big games. We've won championships. We've, you know, we've been deep in the tournament. So, you know, everything he said has, you know, been true.
What makes him different from some of these other college coaches out there?
I've only played for one college coach.
Exactly.
You know, I can't,
but you were wooed by several, so.
I mean, I don't know. You know, I was fortunate. The guys that I talked to, you know, I had pretty good relationships with all the coaches that recruited me. All of them seemed like good guys. You obviously don't know all that much about them until you get down to campus. But you know, Coach Mata is just a real genuine guy. Like Amir said, he's an everyday guy. A no excuse type of guy. It's the bottom line, get the job done type of dude.
I'm just wondering, you guys have a lot set up for tomorrow. It could be one of the great moments of your life with your folks here. I imagine the shot will be rock. You're playing an elite team. I'm just wondering if each guy can kind of go through to this point what their favorite memory in this building is. Maybe it's not even a game, maybe it's a practice or something, but what would come to mind right away for each of you?
I think that it wasn't really a game. It was right after the Final Four where we pulled up to the shot and all the fans were still there supporting us. That was probably the biggest moment for me. I mean, I felt the love from them, even though we lost the game, that everybody still had our back. So I just really appreciated that.
Yeah, I definitely agree with Shannon on that one. We weren't expecting that when we pulled into the shot. I think we was all in awe when we pulled up, and it was a couple hundred fans just sitting there clapping for us and just thanking us for the great season that we had. And it's things like that about this university that just sticks out to me. Like, they really have our back at this university. So it's just something that I always appreciate.
Yeah, that was pretty much was like the best moment here. Just seeing all those fans. But I'm just I'm gonna try to do something different. Everybody else said that. My favorite moment was probably when we got Mario Karts in the locker room. That was pretty big time for us, and
Big moment.
yeah, well, it was a big moment because we were kind of struggling as a team to find our sophomore year was to come together, and that just bonded us and it got us all the way to the Elite Eight. Just that game alone, the GameCube. So it sounds weird, but that was probably one of the best moments, us just coming together and over something as simple as a video game.
Yeah, I don't know. Obviously, when we got back from the Final Four, that was big. Mario Kart was big. I'm trying to think of a game. It would probably be one of these games our sophomore year. What game was that? Was that Michigan State my sophomore year when we took the sign down? I think it was Michigan State my sophomore year. We beat them at home, and we took Coach Mata told us a story about one time they beat, I forgot who it was, but J.J. Sullinger stole the CBS sign, and he was wearing it like a cape and dancing around in the locker room. So we tried to reenact that when Coach Mata got back in the locker room. So that was pretty fun. That was a pretty special run we went on our sophomore year. So I think one of the games in that during that time.
What would be your advice as seniors here, as four-year players, to guys who are going to be that in the future? Like, if you talk to Jay Sean or like a young guy now to say, hey, we've been here 4 years, make sure you do this over the course of your career. Is there something that you really feel like you learned that is the key to sort of having the career you want to have for 4 years here?
Just embrace everything every day. You know, it sounds generic and it sounds cliche, but these 4 years have gone by. You know, definitely for me, they've gone by super quick. I'm sure it's the same for Trey, Amir, and Shannon. It's been a fast 4 years. You know, I remember Will's senior night and just thinking about how far away ours was. So just embrace it every day, work hard every day, keep shot at the goal every day.
Anybody else any advice?
Anytime Vinny hires a masseuse to come in, you should definitely get a massage. Don't ever skip that day. You'll regret it in the future.
Amir's right. Yeah, Amir's right.
There are far less massages out in the real world.
You see, exactly. You gotta actually pay for those. You don't have to pay for those here. So take advantage, man. It'll definitely come in handy. Just take advantage of it right now.
Hey, Sam, last thing. What do you like most about these guys right here?
I don't really like Amir because freshman year, I want this on the record. Freshman year, he borrowed my copy of Bad Boys, the DVD, and he never returned it. And we've been neighbors for like 2 or 3 years, and he won't let me come back and get it. So that's Amir's out the question. Shannon's been my roommate basically all 4 years. Shannon's my guy. Obviously, these guys are all great to compete with. You know, I know they have my back. I have their back. We've been in a lot of battles together. You know, I kind of know what to expect from all these guys. So, you know, they're just my brothers. Except Amir.
No, I just want to give it back to him. I don't like.
It's a great movie, right?
It's a tremendous movie. I don't like these two because, actually him as well. Because our freshman year when we stayed in the dorms, my mom used to send me care packages, you know, because we was low on food and stuff at times. I had these fruit snacks that I used to love all the time, right? And all 3 of them would come in my room when I'm not there and steal my food. They would steal fruit snacks, drinks, cookies, everything, and that just actually made me upset, and I liked them for like 2 or 3 weeks at a time because
the reason why we stole them is because he didn't give them to us. We would ask him every day, "Can we have one?" He would say no. So when he took a shower, Trey would call me up and then say, "He's out the room. Let's go get him." So I'm like, "All right."
So I was forced to start locking my door over time because they wanted to be some thieves.
No, you're petty.
If you guys notice that everyone likes me. I'm everyone's favorite.
I just pointed at you.
Sam didn't single me out, which means I'm his favorite. If Amir says he hates you, he loves you, so I'm his favorite there. And Shannon, that's just my guy. And I don't know, I got in a lot of trouble with all these guys, but Shannon in particular, he's very destructive. And he broke my cell phone freshman year, and I want that on record. Like, he broke my cell phone and my bed in the dorm. So I need compensation for that or something. How do we do that? I need something. So we can talk to his parents or whatever.
I never broke Trey's bed or his cell phone. Trey broke my headphones though. Yes, that did happen.
This is like a therapy session.
Trey did break my headphones.
This is the first time we've all four been up here since after the Walsh game in 2011. What was that? October 2011. It's been a while, man. Yeah.
But really, I never broke his bed though. He broke his own bed and tried to blame it on me. Actually, LaQuinn broke his bed first, and he fixed it, and then he tried to break it. Oh, then he did break it. So that's on Trey.
My cell phone back.
Okay, I'm not gonna. I hate to change the mood, put it back on Wisconsin, but I just had two questions about Wisconsin. First of all, for Sam, lots made of Kaminsky, but it sounds like maybe you've got a pretty good matchup with Decker. It would appear. What have you seen about him? Looks like he's taking his game to another level. I presume you're going to be maybe on him at some point in the game. Just what do you see with Decker? He's also at that all Big Ten level, it looks like right now.
Decker, Decker's obviously a great player. He has great size, great athleticism. There really aren't any holes in his offensive game. He can shoot the ball. He can get to the rim. He's one of the best finishers in the conference. Just like with anyone else. I just want to make it tough for him. I want to contest all his shots. I don't want to get him out there comfortable. I don't want to give him a bunch of easy looks to get himself going. And it would just be a total team effort to try and get the job done on him.
And for everybody or anybody, I think you guys split your games with them last year. I think you lost here and then went up there and won. And they
Sure.
played them once, and it was up there.
And we beat them.
Okay. And you beat them. There's a winning streak. They didn't shoot particularly well, as I recall, in that game. What was it you guys were able to do, and hopefully able to channel tomorrow defensively to kind of bottle them up a little bit?
We've been playing against them for 4 years. We know what they want to do. They know what we want to do. It's just about it's about us executing our system defensively. Making everything that they do tough, not giving up those easy looks, not turning the ball over and getting them going, rebounding the basketball, and doing it for 40 minutes. Wisconsin's great at taking advantage of those 1 to 2 minute spurts when teams aren't ready to play. So we just have to commit to being great for 40 minutes.
Yeah, excuse me, Sam, you mentioned that 40 minutes, and Amir, you mentioned earlier talking about getting back to the Final Four in your last year. What is the key to, is it all mental as far as putting in 40 minutes? Does it all come down just to staying tuned in for 40 minutes, or is it something else that you guys have to do to make sure that you are locked in for 40 minutes?
Yeah, I believe it's definitely a mental thing. It's about making little plays as well. I mean, not boxing out here and there or making a careless pass and turning the ball over early in the game. Those type of things can cost us later on down the line. So just stuff like that, just careless things that we can easily fix, is going to be a huge part of the game as well that we need to be aware of.
Also come to play is just knowing that something's going to go wrong in the game. We're going to give up an offensive rebound. They're going to hit a three. Kaminsky going to make a great play. Sam Decker might get a dunk, whatever it might be. We just have to weather the storm, keep playing our basketball for 40 minutes, and let that be the tale.
Does this game have extra emphasis with it being your senior night, but also against the Big Ten champs instead of another Big Ten team you guys have had battles with this team for the last 4 years?
Well, it's obviously Wisconsin's a great team, and we've had a lot of great memories in this building. We want to finish it out with senior night, but it's March 7th, March 8th, something like that. It's the 7th, so tomorrow will be the 8th. March 8th. No matter who we're playing, we have to play our best basketball. We want to play our best basketball. it's that time of year. It's the time of year where a mistake can, end your season, and in our case, end our career. So we just want to be playing our best basketball and put ourselves in the best position we can to make a run.
Anything else? You guys want to say anything about Q since he's not here? Is there any stories?
There's
one time
Q stories.
he destroyed his door. There's one time. I'm not gonna get into
Q's
that.
done a lot.
Yeah,
Q.
He's done way more than us combined in 4 years, in 3 years.
Yeah, but that's our dude. We miss him. Here he's doing well in Italy. So, what's up, Q?
Yeah.